So hey everyone, Rohan Dhawan here, founder of Uability, and today we have a star client of ours, Ritu Sharma, on this call, who has literally transformed herself, as she was explaining, within this 1 year period of time since the time she started working with us. So Ritu, before we get into your transformation and everything, if you could just tell everyone a little bit about your background, what exactly do you do, where are you from, that'll be very helpful.
Yeah, so Rohan, I'm an IT professional, hardcore IT. I'm graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering and Technology in Computer Science. So definitely I started working as a software engineer as usual path. And I spent a very good amount of 16 years of time in IT industry, and currently I'm working as project manager.
Right,
Now next role moving to account manager role. And the job was good, everything was good until I became a mother.
right.
And then the time struggle started, and then guilt trips every day when I have to leave my son to daycare, and he was just 2.5, and also he was suffering with asthma.
Right.
So that kind of made me start thinking that what else can I do other than job.
Hmm.
And I want, because we all have a liabilities to take care of financially, so leaving job is not said that easy. And on top of that, being a single mother, because I'm a single mother, I
Right.
take care of my son alone. So with that, like, it was a even added thing in my life
Hmm.
to financially be independent. I do not have any other financial source of income,
Right.
and then to take care of my son also, because I have to play both the role
Absolutely.
and give him everything, like, so that he should not be lacking of anything in his childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the major struggle was, like, the time,
Hmm.
because my job being a project manager, all the time I'll be in meetings, and there's hardly any time left where I'll be able to enjoy my motherhood, as well as I'll make my son feel that yes, like, his mother is all the time around him.
Absolutely.
That's when I started thinking, what can I do? What can I do? And then when I saw your program, and I opted for I'm fortunate to opt for your training program. And that half an hour training, at least it gave me a great hope that yes, there is something I can do, so that I can find that balance in my life, and I'll be able to, be a happy mother and make my son a happy child.
Hmm.
So then, like, I had a call with Pratham, and I wish I could have recorded that call, because how I was crying in that call, and how I'm laughing today will be the greatest proof of that transformation which happened. So
Right.
with Pratham, I be immediately onboarded, but struggled in the end there. Why? Because I worked entire 16 years of my life in IT,
Hmm.
and frankly, I was like not very much into the technical, because I came into the management side long back.
Right.
In 2009, I started my project management career, and since then, I was into the project management, and I did not want to continue that further.
Hmm.
And then I started thinking, what can I do?
Hmm.
Because when going through your program, the biggest challenge was the niche for me.
Exactly. Hmm.
What service? Because the whole idea from earning money, having time for my son, having extra source of income, it all shifted to how I can help people.
Hmm.
Because I knew that when I went through your program, I understood when I provide the best services to the people, I'll get paid very well.
Absolutely.
But what service should I provide?
Hmm.
And that's where my own digging is started happening. The questions you have put up, and each of the worksheets when we have to do in the usability program, and then while giving answers to each of the question, it has started my thought process.
Hmm.
I was doing so much other than IT in my life,
Hmm.
and I didn't even know that I can make something out of it.
Right.
I was thinking just those are like just my hobbies. Those are just something I enjoy doing. But I never had an idea that there
You could
is
make
a
money with it.
potential,
Hmm.
yes, a future lies for me.
Hmm.
So then I started doing worksheets, and then from health niche to wellness to, because I do writing also, creative writing. I have my poetry book published, Hindi poetry,
Absolutely.
and I do the screenplay writing. So somewhere I started, like, looking at the writing side, then the health consciousness. I'm health conscious, so started looking at, like, health conscious for women. And since 2009, I was also interested in alternative healings.
Hmm.
So I had been like Reiki healer, then
Hmm.
pranic healer, then NLP, EFT. So out of curiosity and out of my own, finding that joy to learn and to experiment with all those things, I was doing those for 12 years and I didn't know
Wow.
that.
Wow.
It was something like, I didn't know what I know.
Mm-hmm.
And your worksheets were like eye-opener thing for me.
Wow.
Because while entering the details in that, I started realizing other than IT, I have already built a skill set with me
Mm-hmm.
for years. It was
Right.
going parallelly, but I
Hmm.
didn't realize it.
Hmm.
And when I realized it, then I started like practicing it more.
Hmm.
Because earlier I'll only do healing for my son. Luckily, he got cured for asthma. He's completely, from past 1.5 year, no inhaler, nothing. So
Wonderful.
he got healed. My diabetes, my PCOD, my allergies, my rhinitis. There
Hmm.
were like more than 15 diseases I was living
Wow.
with. And then within like this 1.5 year time, even I'm healed with all these things. Even
Got it.
my financials, my relationships, everything. Slowly, because you are the center of your universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you become aligned, everything starts like falling in place. So that's what
Absolutely.
happened with me in this past 1 year. So then I started realizing this is what I have something, and this is what I love doing.
Hmm.
So then why not take it up and like share it with people the way I used it for myself. I can help other people use it for their life.
Mm-hmm.
So then like it was more of like because I was starting from ground zero,
Hmm.
scratch. Because learning is one thing, on and off giving like tips to family members like on energy healing, house cleansing, or anytime anybody has like throat infection, then energetically what they have to do. Then I started practicing even NLP.
Hmm.
Because I knew I want to go to this direction, my niche got clear,
Hmm.
and then I started practicing towards it.
Hmm.
Making my skills more refined.
And you
So
were still doing the job then?
yes, still
Okay.
doing it.
Got
So
it.
whatever like Saturday, Sunday, and also had to learn the time management more effectively.
Hmm.
So I came up with like a lot of tracker sheets. I used your tracker sheet which you have given to daily track like what do you do, where do you spend your time. So everything I started tracking,
Hmm.
and then I had to remove many things from unnecessary unwanted things.
Hmm.
Even like those includes like number of peoples also,
Hmm.
which like no there's no outcome talking to them. So
Absolutely.
I minimize everything and I
Hmm.
became like laser focused towards that. So I'll be, and now like there's nothing urgent in my project when I run the project because everything happens on time.
Hmm.
There's nothing urgent like which is happening in my personal life because things are planned.
Hmm.
I know my week, I know my month, and I know what I am going to do for next 3 months. If anybody
Absolutely.
says like, okay, we'll be going to that vacation, I know when can I go, when can I not go.
Hmm.
So that kind of transformation happened in my life, in my own personal life, and in my job, in my career. So things started, and surprisingly, I started getting the offer for 10 to 12 lakhs more than what I'm getting paid right now.
Wow. Wow.
Because I realized my own self worth.
Hmm.
Because working in IT is like you are just drop in the ocean.
Hmm.
Though still also in general we are like that. But when you realize you have something else, you have some other potential,
Hmm.
you realize your own value, you realize your own worth.
Hmm.
So I knew that what am I getting paid there is like nothing.
Hmm.
I have potential to create that wealth 10 times more than what I am getting right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
that like enhanced my confidence level to 10 times more. It got just
Wow.
magnified. So now when I'll give the interview, it will be never like I will ask them that this is what I expect.
Hmm.
If you're willing to give, then we'll proceed with interview, otherwise no.
Absolutely.
So it does not happen that I'll give the interview, then I'll wait for offer and then like negotiation. I tell them clearly, and that's the only magic of like the transformation which took place in this 1 year. And
Wow.
also knowing that like your program given me that opportunity to think there exists another world
Hmm.
where you have to be like a like working 9 to 5,
Hmm.
like kind of uh, tough schedule which is not in your hand. Appraisals are not in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It does not only depend on how much work you do, it also depends on your boss, it also depends on the company management. So then you work for entire year and then you have to give your fate in other people's hand
Right.
to
Mm-hmm.
give you your own share of profit which you deserve.
Hmm.
And then I realized here, it's completely my hard work.
Hmm.
So it's like I have my own financial responsibility. That's why I cannot quit the job immediately. But then I continued it, and I am still able to find that fine balance.
Hmm.
And then I started doing one-to-ones.
Right.
So I did one-to-one like around 10 one-to-one for free of cost. I
Okay.
did not charge people. I said this is the discovery call. I'll help you to find your problems.
Hmm.
You and you have to just give me your feedback, whatever good or bad you feel. I never tell them they have to just tell them good, and I do not force them also. But they happily give me the testimonials.
Hmm.
So seeing that, even it was not that I got the testimonials so I can go and earn more. No, the kind of satisfaction I got,
Hmm.
that yes, I'm contributing in a betterment of somebody's life.
Absolutely.
Somebody has relationship issues, I'm able to help them to get to the root of the problem
Hmm.
and fix it from there.
Hmm.
And somebody has not having clarity in their business,
Hmm.
where their business is going, what is happening.
Hmm.
Even I'm able to help them with that also because my expertise is root cause analysis.
Right.
So because being in IT, that was the gift I carried from IT industry. That I was especially in consulting. So when you are in consulting, you have to think of the problems from the root.
Exactly.
That's
100%.
what we are trained for.
Mm-hmm.
So even in healing, I did the same thing.
Hmm.
I always try to find out the root,
Hmm.
then apply the techniques on the root. So
Hmm.
the results are much faster.
Hmm.
Like any person coming to me will need very less session compared to working on the surface level.
Got it. Hmm.
Because my more sessions will be required for the finding the root.
Hmm.
Techniques will be done in one session because
Hmm.
once I know the root cause of the person,
Hmm.
I know technique will work on that.
Hmm. 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 Got it.
It's like anybody has having a lot of past hurt issues.
Hmm.
We need to see why they are still carrying that hurt,
Hmm.
because there is a reason why you're carrying it.
Hmm.
Otherwise, nobody likes to live in pain.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. Hmm.
first is to find out why are you carrying it? What is that you are getting out of it?
Hmm.
So, when person gets that perspective and understanding, then I have my own technique. Lessen the intensity of the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Fade away the image which you have of that incident.
Hmm.
So when you don't feel that emotion, so strong,
Hmm.
on a scale of 10, if you're feeling 8 or 9,
Hmm.
and if it make you feel it 0 or 1,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
then it will not bother you anymore. And
Got it.
on that, I found out techniques with which you can fade away the picture itself of the incident.
Right.
Even you try to recall it,
Hmm.
it will not that strong. You will have very blur memory of that.
Hmm.
So with these kind of technique, I created my own process. I named it I Healifying. You
Right.
know, is the self, and you are doing a kind of self healing for yourself. So I
Hmm.
call it I Healifying process of healing acceleration.
Hmm.
Because using these techniques, which I have found out,
Hmm.
which is a combination of emotional freedom technique, NLP, and energy healing. So I combined all.
Got it.
And I created a process that is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Like this, you have to go. And if you go by this step, your problem will be solved
Solved.
immediately. You
Hmm.
don't have to take long.
Hmm.
And you can apply it on anything for rest of your life.
It's very smart. And that's very
Yes.
smart.
So,
Hmm.
because this is the root cause.
Hmm.
You feel the emotion and you feel sad.
Hmm.
And you have that capability to recall the incident,
Hmm.
that's why you again and again go into it. But
Right.
if these two things you deal with, then now you cannot recall, now you cannot feel. So,
Wow.
so nothing will happen.
Hmm.
Now, today, even if I want to recall something from my past and become sad about it, I have a very, blur memory of it. I do
Mm-hmm.
not have the clear memory.
Hmm.
Until unless few things I can choose, I have the power of choice if
Yeah.
I want to keep it or not. If I want to erase, I
Hmm.
can erase.
You can have the good memories and get rid of the bad
Yes.
ones, right?
Yes.
Got it.
So that way your energy is not getting consumed in unnecessary things. So
Hmm.
definitely your life becomes better.
Right. Absolutely.
So I started helping people like who are struggling with anger issues because anger is always caused by the hurt.
Hmm.
When people like carry the past hurts with them, it surfaces as an anger.
Hmm.
So I started helping people like who are suffering with severe anger issues
Hmm.
and people like who are having difficulty letting go of the past hurt.
This is after the 10 clients that you did one on one with, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Got it.
Then I realized that most of the root causes are falling into this category. And I did
Hmm.
the survey also with people what is the most difficult emotion they find to deal with.
Hmm.
So anger was the number
Number
one.
one.
Number one.
Right.
I know that anger management does not work because I had been through that path. So I know
Right.
management of it does not work.
Why
We
do you
need
think
to
it doesn't work?
pardon?
Why do you think anger management doesn't work?
Management is like you are always working at a surface level.
Not the
It's
root
like,
cause.
no, always you have to lock the door.
Hmm.
Otherwise, the dog can come in.
Hmm.
What if you forget to lock the door?
Right.
But if you have the door, some kind of automatic mechanism placed in the door that when you come in, the door gets locked,
Hmm.
then you don't have to worry about it.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Dealing with the problem at the root level. So
Hmm.
finding first of all what is the root cause of the anger.
Hmm.
Everybody gets angry for a different reason.
Hmm.
So first we need to find out, and most of the time, like I'll say 70 to 80% of the time, it is the past hurts
Hmm.
or unmet expectations.
Hmm.
So either we do not know how to communicate our expectations clearly to other person and we express it through the anger. Otherwise we are carrying the past hurts and we are not able to let it go. So it
Hmm.
surfaces as an anger.
Hmm. Got it.
So either of the situations, my techniques work perfectly.
Hmm. Wow. So impressive. So then what happened after you did the survey and you found out anger was the number one emotion? Then what happened?
So I started building all my content to give to my customers, like some few PDFs, guides
Hmm.
that like how they can use it and do it on their own. And because I have planned my package in a way that like they can get 5 sessions from me,
Hmm.
one-to-one sessions, where like I'll be working with them to help them to find out their root,
Hmm.
and then techniques which they can use to do the healing.
Hmm.
But like when the anger you have is like a most damaging emotion
Hmm.
because it damages your career, your personal social network, then your relationships, then your financials, everything, because many decisions we take in anger. So
Exactly.
it's damaging. So how to reconcile that damage
Hmm.
which is being done? For that, like I'm creating content for them which they can use and solve their problem on their own. So
Got it.
after 5 sessions, because 5 sessions I'll be teaching them
Hmm.
how to do the root cause analysis, and once like we'll do for their biggest problem. Like
Hmm.
let's say anger is affecting themselves.
Hmm.
They're not able to have peacefulness.
Hmm.
Then I'll help them to become peaceful.
Hmm.
So we'll do the root cause of analysis, then I'll tell them the technique, and then I'll tell them like what all they need to continue practicing.
Hmm.
It's kind of prescription sort of thing,
Hmm.
so that they will achieve that peacefulness which level they are seeking.
Hmm.
Now, to always be in that zone, always be in that neutral zone where you have that peacefulness with you all the time, I'm creating recorded videos for them
Right.
which they can access, and they can keep practicing those techniques even without me being there.
Hmm.
So these are the services which I have created, and it is
Wonderful.
almost done. And I have luckily like, got my first customer also,
Wow.
and for her like we have done first root cause analysis session, and that's where we were able to dig deeper that why is she facing the current issues in her life.
Hmm. Got it. Wow, wonderful, Ritu. That's like really impressive, like what you have done. I mean, few things that I really admire is number one, that you took like various forms of helping somebody, for example NLP, and then you had like so many different things and you combined them together into your own process, and now you are actually able to help people out. And I think the one thing that I really, the second thing that I admire is that you understood that what is that emotion that bothers somebody the most by asking your market. Because a lot of people, they just learn NLP or something and then they just go and start teaching it without really understanding what is it that's really bothering my market. So congratulations on doing that, and that's really impressive. And after these 10 clients, so did you work with more one-on-one clients, or you straight away went into this new program thing?
So this, after like doing this 10 one-on-one,
Hmm.
I had some, and I had also done earlier survey where I had
Hmm.
not done one-on-one, but I asked people like question through
Hmm.
my social network, friend circle. I gave them the Google form and I asked them like, there were like 5, 6 questions were there in that. What is
Hmm.
the emotion they find difficult? What
Hmm.
is the emotion which is more natural to them?
Hmm.
And which area of their life, like relationship, wealth, health, which is like they are struggling with right now.
Right.
And I gave them that any point of time they want, in return of this survey they can have a one-on-one session with me.
Hmm.
And that's how I gathered some data for around 50 people.
Hmm.
And that's what the data I analyzed, and that gave me more clarity to select the micro niche.
Right. Wow.
Because I was clear that yes, I want to do this healing coaching and all, but like this healing coaching itself is so huge.
Exactly.
It's
Hmm.
like an ocean. You
Mm-hmm.
can heal almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
Alternative healing is applicable to anything. Your
Exactly.
finances, relationship, to career, to your health. But then the problem was like self healing for what?
Hmm.
I wanted to go more narrow down. So then when I did that survey, I realized that, and most of the people who are coming to me are struggling with, anger and past hurts.
Got it.
So I
Makes
said
sense.
maybe I'm more proficient in that. That's why having more people coming to me for that. So that's why I wanted to do that first. And definitely later, like I can expand it further. I can always include more things. And
Wonderful.
I even did my ICF certification as a life coach,
Hmm.
and even like I did my NLP certification from AB NLP. So even like at a certification to get the credentials valid,
Hmm.
even I was working from past 1 year at that side also.
Hmm.
I had learned all these things 12 years back and
Hmm.
I was implementing in my life. I was suggesting my friends, but I never knew that I know these things.
And you could charge money for it.
And I can earn through it. That was like I never knew.
Wow, wonderful. And that's really impressive that despite, like, most people think that if they are from the IT background, they will start something related to IT only, like websites or software or something. But you went in like a completely different direction, and that's like really impressive because you identified, okay, other than IT, I have this other skill as well, which is not being put into use. So now you have identified how to really make money with your hobby, and a lot of people can't actually do that. So congratulations on doing that. And right now I'm assuming you still have the job, right?
Yeah, I'm still into the job
Right.
because my whole purpose is the moment I'll start earning the same amount which I'm earning right now here, because I have the financial liabilities in my
Yeah.
life. So
Got
I
it.
need to manage it. So,
Got
but
it.
yes, I'm able to balance it. I have
Hmm.
Saturday, Sunday when I give the personal coaching to people,
Hmm.
and I have the weekdays where I do the discovery sessions with them, clarity sessions, and we decide whether we are the right fit for each other or not,
Got it.
because there are
And
some of the problems when I find the person is not ready.
hmm.
So they
Yeah.
want to have the healing session done. They want to have, and they want the things to go as they want.
Hmm.
But when you go to the doctor, doctor will give you the medicine only for the problem you have. He
Mm-hmm.
will not give you for what you want.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And just because if you have a headache, we can't give you a fever medicine just because you want it, right?
Yes.
Makes sense.
So when I see somebody is not willing to let go,
Hmm.
and it's very, very much apparent to me, very clear to me in the 1 hour of discussion which we do, I do not want to waste my time. I
Hmm.
want to work with the people who really want to transform their life.
Hmm.
Who are waiting like me. who are waiting for something like, some tools to make their life better.
Hmm.
And I'm there to help them, I'm there to serve them.
Hmm. Got it.
Because other people I know, they will not be willing to let go, they do not have that willingness, and even if I'll waste like 100 sessions also with them, they'll not be doing it.
Right. Ritu, one thing that I really want to ask you is, considering that you're a mother, you have a job, and you're also doing this business on the side, how do you go about like managing your time? Because a lot of people watching this video, they have this belief that Rohan, I have a family to take care of, I have all these 10 different things, and especially being in the corporate field, like I can't juggle between all this stuff. So do you have any kind of tips or advice that you can share with anyone watching this video that doesn't know how to balance this side business along with their family and job?
Yeah, Rohan, I was one of them 1.5 year back, 1 year back.
Mm-hmm.
That like how people do that. If you have want to do, you have to leave one thing. But no, I think it's all about decluttering.
Hmm.
Decluttering your phone,
Hmm.
like you're not having unnecessary app. I do not have Netflix, I do not have Instagram, I do not have Facebook. I only have WhatsApp and
Hmm.
Telegram and just very basic apps which I use like Big Basket and all to do my take care of my household things. But my all notifications are off.
Hmm.
I do not turn on notifications, and I have my landline number. People have that. Sometimes my mobile goes on flight mode
Hmm.
and sometimes on silent mode, so that I do not get disturbed when I have something very important to work.
Hmm.
And if any emergencies, there family people they have the another number to call me.
Hmm.
I and night also if anybody will try to call me at 10 o'clock or something, they'll not find me because my mobile will be in flight mode. I have to have
Right.
my proper sleep so that I have the energy to run through the day.
Mm-hmm.
And also I created my plan for the entire week. I
Hmm.
started with like day. I started tracking my day.
Hmm.
That every hour basis in an Excel sheet I started first noting down what am I doing.
Hmm.
So then like I had 2 3 day data, then
Hmm.
I realized that where all I am wasting my time.
Hmm.
So like I do not have like subscription to cable TV and all.
Hmm.
There are few channels, selected channels I paid only for my son to watch some educational program. He
Mm-hmm.
also does not watches any cartoons, this, that and all.
Right.
So we don't do that. We don't waste time there. We play together, 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever time we have, I play with him.
Hmm.
Or otherwise we go out together for a walk. He'll be doing cycling and I'll be walking with
That's
him.
so good because most kids that I see, at least today, and I was one of them, like always glued to phone, and watching TV all the time. So it's really good, like what you're doing.
He does not get my mobile.
Hmm.
He now even does not touch it because he know everything is locked and there is nothing in mama's mobile.
Right, there is no app.
No app, no cartoon, no games, nothing is there. It's though it is a smartphone, but it's just like a basic button phone. It's
I get
not.
it.
And even one day I deleted almost around 800 contacts, which was like I haven't called them for years or I haven't received the calls from
Hmm.
them. So I categorize my mobile numbers also. So decluttering of the mobile, then decluttering of the personal space where I work, having very minimum things in my room so I don't get distracted much, and training my son that like when I am inside the room and room is closed, he's not supposed to come in. He has to wait for me to come out.
Hmm.
And I also take like make sure that I take the frequent breaks so that he does not feel that like he's left alone.
Hmm.
And I have then got like good household help,
Hmm.
because without like good household help and that, so I find it as an investment.
Hmm.
Many people they ask like one fourth of your salary goes for your household
Hmm.
people, like your cook, your maid, and for baby like caretaker.
Hmm.
Then you should see, if I am blessed
Hmm.
that somebody can run the house
Hmm.
through me,
Hmm.
then there's nothing better than that.
Absolutely.
I'm receiving their services and I'm paying them well, so they're
Hmm.
happily taking care of my things.
Got it.
They're cooking the food for me without me worrying about okay what to do. If there is no vegetable in the fridge, my cook knows what to cook.
Hmm.
She'll not tell me.
Hmm.
She knows
And you
what.
can spend the same time, doing other things that will make you more money, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
So I wouldn't have been able to make my skills so much. I wouldn't have been able to create eye healifying process
Hmm.
if not my mates. So
Hmm.
one credit goes to them. Even I have taken their interviews also
Hmm.
because I started my one-to-one coaching with them.
Hmm.
Because people who are working in my house, they have to be happy.
Hmm.
They need to have a empowering life.
Hmm.
They need to feel good. So whenever I'll see them, they're something is going on, I'll be talking to them, I'll be counseling them. And they, that also gave me one outlook that if they are able to understand what I'm talking, then definitely an educated person can understand.
Absolutely, like makes
Because I
sense.
literally taught them forgiveness techniques,
Huh.
and they did it,
Right.
and their faces changed, their complexion changed. People started asking them, you look different, you look more fair, you look more better. They started dressing nicely, they started living nicely, they're more happier.
Hmm.
And they were my first testimonials.
Wow.
So when I was working on myself, I started working on them because they are the one who are around my child. So I want them also to be in a good state, mental state, happy, so that they'll live. When they spend entire day with my son also is happy. So
Hmm.
in my house it has to be a happiness vibe all the time.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So I tell them,
Right.
anything is bothering you, come and talk to me.
Right.
Not while I'm working, but the moment I take my break, they're most welcome to come and share with me.
Hmm.
So I've got the
Right.
good household support. That
Hmm.
without that I cannot. And definitely I pay them well, so they don't want to go anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, they get the counseling also from me
For free.
for free.
Yeah,
So
but most people think that there are no clients that I can serve, but if they like look around themselves, they would find that there is everyone you can help, and like
anybody who is willing to change is your potential customer.
hmm, very well
Anybody
put.
anybody who is willing looking for that solution.
Hmm.
I never thought they are my maid or their household helper. Like why should I tell them anything? For me, whole idea was that I need a lot of energy. I
Hmm.
need of mental peace and a strength to do this
Hmm.
because I have a full time job, and that too project manager is like a full project responsibilities on your shoulders.
Hmm.
Anything goes wrong, like you are caught first, and
Hmm.
you are answerable first person
Hmm. Hmm.
at both side, client side and my company side.
Hmm.
So that was one challenge. And on top of that, I was practicing. I have to take out time to practice NLP, to practice healing,
Hmm.
to practice emotional freedom technique. I needed a lot of time to research more about it.
Hmm.
And I did my certifications also. So like ICF LIFO certification, then NLP, 15, 20 days classes in a month. So I had to
Wow.
schedule everything. And then I had to put it all together in practice.
Hmm. I mean, the fact that you did so many courses and so like the job and like motherhood, it's like too much. I mean, even I wouldn't have been able to do it. So, like, kudos to you. Congratulations, Ritu. Like, the
Only
fact.
school program I could do this. Only questions, like the questions you have put up in the worksheets. Every time whenever I feel that no, I'm getting confused, I always go back to the worksheets.
Hmm.
And I always try to answer it from a new perspective. So I
Hmm.
have multiple versions of the worksheets with me.
And you can see how you have evolved. Like, as you were saying, when you had that call with Pratham, and you were literally in such like a big mess and so many problems you were suffering from, to like what's happened now. It's like really good.
Yes, it is. Now, all of my friends knows that, they message me first because they know that I'm not available for a direct call all the time
Hmm.
because they know what am I doing now.
Hmm.
And same is with my family members because we need to draw that boundary. If we have limited time with us, we need to prioritize it.
Hmm.
So I decluttered at every level.
Hmm.
At my emotion level, any day I feel I'm going off the balance, then I take out the time and see that what is happening, what is that something I missed out to notice,
Hmm.
which I, and then I try to fix it and then come back to the same.
Hmm.
And same with my personal life, unnecessary phone calls, no. No unnecessary WhatsApp messages, no like watching videos on YouTube, Netflix, no Netflix, no TV serials, no TV movies, nothing. I do watch them. I plan for them.
Hmm.
Or I'm also human. Some days like I feel no, today I want to watch a movie, I watch it.
Hmm.
But it is not on a regular basis.
And it's not random, like such
Yes.
that it's consuming your work time, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
It's only after I'm done with all my important and high priority tasks for the day. Only
Got
then
it.
it comes at the last.
Got it. So those are like some really valuable tips. I'm sure, like, if anybody watching this video, like, if you really apply what Ritu is mentioning over here, it could save you so much time, and you will start realizing that there's so much free time that you were not using,
Yes.
right? And
And it has even transformed my parenting style too.
really,
Yes. No, I was always a loving mother. I wanted, like any other mother, I wanted give best to my son. But I learned the importance of having a strong mindset, having this time management, having the self discipline in life. So now, like his time also, earlier also he used to sleep on time, get up on time. But then I created a schedule also for him.
hmm.
Like so he is also a busy person, though he is just 4.5 year old now. He's the most busy person in my house.
Wow, already working like a CEO.
Yes. So my family has to like check with me that what time he is free so that they can have a video call with him. Because morning, like I make him do yoga. We do the yoga together. Then we do the meditation together. I taught him mindfulness meditations. So he's doing from past 6 months, and I could see that improvement in him, in focus, in the way he speaks, the way he communicates. And then I make him do affirmations. So there are some 30, 40 affirmations. We both will be
Wow,
together doing it in the morning, and then we'll both have the breakfast together, and then he starts his classes.
wow.
So that confidence, what he's gaining now with this self-discipline is like tremendous.
Wow. I mean, I think the fact that he's able to implement this at such a young age, I'm sure that he would turn out to be a very confident, successful man, so, like, in the future. So I think anybody who has a child, if, like, firstly, I would recommend apply this to yourself, because if you can't do it to yourself, then you definitely can't do it to anyone else. It's like when you're flying on the plane, right? Before, like, they give you this announcement, right? When the oxygen mask falls up, first, I think put it on yourself, and then assist anybody else. So same goes in life as well, and I think you're doing a wonderful job. And especially, Ritu, one thing that I would like to highlight, as you mentioned in your application as well, before working with us, and even before you got this increment in your job, you were doing around anything anywhere between 10,000 to 1 lakh a month back then, right?
Yes,
And
once.
right, and now, has there been any difference in terms of your finances since the time you actually joined us, and since the time you started applying all these things?
Yes, so financial also, like when we had that worksheet, right, where you give us the financial goal, first month, second month, third month. So some of these things even I have applied in my career also.
Hmm.
Earlier I was like okay, whatever height they'll give, I'll take.
Hmm.
I'll be more understanding side. I'll not like demand because I didn't realize my own worth, that
Hmm.
how well I do things.
Hmm.
And that has even reflected in my job also, because I grabbed a 5 out of 5 star rating,
Hmm.
which usually is not given to like people. They'll give either 4
Hmm.
or maximum is 4.5.
Hmm.
5 is not given. It's a very very rare and exceptional cases.
Wow.
It was only because the way I started communicating changed the whole game.
Hmm.
And same is like now my promotion is being done. It's in the process in the company, hike also, and definitely outside. Why I'm not choosing outside right now, because I want to choose very wisely, because I have too many things to balance together.
Hmm.
I give my 100% to my job. When
Hmm.
I'm working hours, it's just completely for the work.
Hmm.
Anything which I have to do which is not related to my office, I utilize my lunch hours.
Hmm.
So,
Got it.
that day I have to replace my meal with some shake or something.
Hmm.
I have to make it in a way that I don't miss out on my lunch. So I'll use some shake, protein shake
Hmm.
or something. so that like I have my energy maintained. At the
Right.
same time, I'm using only lunch hour. I'm not utilizing any of the working hour to do my business or any other job.
Hmm.
And that's why my project also does not suffer because of this. There also I'm performing exceptionally well, and at the business side, evening hours of once I shut down my office laptop is my business hour.
Wow.
And in between is like in between to office and business is my time with my son.
Got it.
And
That's
he's
like,
doing all his homework on time, he's sleeping on time, he's eating on time, I'm spending all the time, he's building his skills like mindfulness skill, emotional strength from this age itself. So everything I'm able to do all together is only because I'm clear on what I want to do, what I want to achieve, and I have set my own financial income target within 6 months, coming 6 months. I want to reach to 2 lakhs per month. That's what I have set
definitely.
in my business. Because now I've got the clarity, skill is there, technique is there, everything is there. I
Hmm.
need to just go out and find the people who are looking for it.
Absolutely. 100% Ritu, like, but still, regardless of this 1 year journey, right? You doing 1 lakh a month, having a good job, almost on the way of promotion, you starting a business about your hobby, you improving your own life, you're decluttering your life, you improving the life of your son, you improving the life of the house help that you have, and so many other people that are being connected to you. Like, phenomenal job, Ritu. I'm super proud of you, and like, it's just wonderful
Thanks.
to see.
Thanks to you.
It's wonderful, Ritu. Like, see, I would like, okay, sure, it was my contribution, but it wouldn't have happened if you wouldn't have taken action. So, anything that I want anybody to take out from this video is that you have to be responsible, you have to take ownership. And
Yeah.
just like Ritu, like, even though, a lot of people in your position might be like, I just can't do it. Like, I have so many responsibilities, and, there's so much going on. I just can't do it. But the fact that you made it happen, I just wanted to record this video so that it's live proof that you can do it if you have the will to do it. So,
I
thanks a
think
ton.
persistence and patience is required because I knew I'm a mother. I
Hmm.
knew I'm a project manager. That
Hmm.
also is like mother to your project. And then business also is like I'm the mother of my business. So
Hmm.
I am mother everywhere, then I need to have a lot of patience.
Hmm.
And I cannot kill myself that
Hmm.
no, like other people are achieving it within 3 months, within 8 months, they are earning in lakhs. So I also have to go there. I have my own journey.
Hmm.
And I need to be okay with that progress. I need to accept it. So
Hmm.
I accepted that my journey might be like, financial gains might be comparatively slower than the other people. And I was absolutely fine because I have a source of income which is supporting me right now.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I know what I want to do. And I know eventually I'm going to do it. I'm going to achieve
100%.
it.
100%.
Yes.
Hmm.
And if I wouldn't have given this 1 year to myself, I would have messed it up.
Hmm. I
Because
agree.
the situation I was living in, it was like an impossible thing to do.
Hmm.
And slowly, time management, decluttering, transforming yourself, and if you don't have good health, I cannot have that much of energy to run for 12 hours or
Hmm.
40 hours a day.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So I needed that energy, and for that I had to bring my body to a good health. So
Hmm.
daily workouts and having nutrition meals, cutting out all the junks in my house. You will not find biscuits, chips, and all these things, Maggie, noodles, nothing. No
Hmm.
pizza, no pasta, nothing.
Hmm.
And my house only fruits, milk, ghee, and all vegetables and normal daily meal. That's
Hmm.
it. Even
Wow.
my son knows what is junk, what is not.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's like going to be good for your health as well in the long term. And, when it's good for your health, I think these foods also improve your focus, and that also increases your money. So, most people don't think about it like that way, but, really, really good. So, Ritu, I just have like two final questions for you before I let you go. The first question is, Ritu, if you could, let's say, go back in time and talk to that Ritu from the old past, right? who was struggling, who was having the problems that you have. And I'm sure that a lot of people have those kind of problems, and they are struggling with their 9 to 5 job, they are struggling with their relationships, they are struggling with their other things like anger, as you mentioned. So if you could talk to those people, or if you could talk to your past self, right, what advice would you give to your past self right now?
Um, it's okay to make mistakes. That's the
Hmm.
first one.
Hmm.
Like now I'm more open to accept the mistakes in my life,
Hmm.
because that's where we grow. My
Hmm.
all knowledge experience is from the mistake zone.
Hmm.
And you need to give time to yourself.
Right.
I was not doing, we should not be pressurizing ourselves listening to what other people say.
Hmm.
You have to decide your own journey, you have to decide your own path,
Hmm.
not giving in to the what other people's opinion of you says.
Right. Got it. So great advice, Ritu. The first one is be open towards making mistakes and learn from them. I think that's very important. And the second one is that don't let the opinion of other people, put you down. So
Yes.
wonderful advice, Ritu. Ritu, if anybody watching this video, maybe they are interested in, let's say, diving deeper into their root cause, or maybe they need your help, spiritually, to actually rediscover themselves or understand how they can solve their problems that's like bothering them in their life or their business. How can they get in touch with you? Like, what's the best way to contact you?
So they can connect with me at connect@ritusharma.com, and my website is ritusharma.com. So there they can go and they can find all my contact details, and then through them they can write to me on the mail, and then we can get in touch.
Right. So what I'll do is I'll take this information from Ritu and I'll put that in the description below so that anybody interested, please go ahead and check her out. She's really good at what she does. That's the reason why she was able to make such a positive impact for her life, her child's life, her house helpers, as I said, and so many clients that she has also benefited by doing one-on-one. So I'm sure that she could help you out as well. Definitely go check her out. Ritu, last question that I have is, if anybody watching this video, let's say that they are on the fence, like they are deciding, should I join this UAbility? Should I not join this UAbility? Because it's a decent investment, right? So what would you like to say to those people who are confused if they should join or not?
If you want to transform your life from financial to yourself and your life, you want to have lots of freedom, like freedom of time, freedom of money, then don't even think for a second.
Wow.
If you want to remain where you are, then you can happily be there. That's what
Wow.
I can say. That's what I started enjoying, the freedom of time and having the freedom of money as well, money management, finance management.
Right. Got it. So wonderfully put, Ritu. Thank you so much again for actually taking out the time and doing this interview. And congrats again for the transformation that you experienced. And I wish you nothing but the best. Keep going and keep hustling like this only.
No, thanks to you and Pratham a lot, Rohan, for making this UAbility program, because I know through which you are not only transforming me, I know many of my members of UAbility which are doing extremely well, and they are all inspiring in their ways. I've been always watching and listening to them and learning from everybody, because when you have the group of people of like-minded who
Mm-hmm.
want to transform and grow,
Mm-hmm.
then you also get automatically inspired and motivated to grow,
Hmm.
which is not a usual group to find outside.
Exactly. Of ambitious
Outside, I do
people.
not have those kind of people available
Hmm.
who are so much self-motivated, self-inspired, and who are putting things into action.
Hmm.
Only like just dreaming about it,
Hmm.
doing it, and that's where even I learned
Hmm.
that if I want things in my life, I have to,
Put in the
get
work.
to action mode.
Hmm.
So I think the group itself is so much energetic group and motivating group, that being connected to that mindset of people is very, very important.
Right.
The moment you are out, you will again fall into the trap of that, being into that casual zone.
Hmm. And the environment outside, like most people would try to pull you down rather than push you up towards your success. So I definitely agree. The community is like wonderful.
Yes.
All right. So
Thanks for creating that for us and giving us this opportunity to become a member to that community. That is
absolutely.
a blessing and privilege, definitely.
You're very welcome, Ritu, and it's only people like yourself who are making this community wonderful. Like I know a lot of times, like I would see my ads, people who are not part of our program, they would like say something bad about our ads or whatever, and I would see you and like other people defending that, no, 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 it's actually works, and all those things. So
Because
always
we
going.
are receiving end. We are at the receiving end of the benefit of your program. We know,
Right.
like, what you are doing, how you are guiding us. Like, you make people share their screens, and like you are helping them, guiding them to resolve their issues. You are going to whatever extent like you can possibly go from your side. And after seeing that, like, if somebody is putting a negative comment, like, I cannot keep quiet.
Right. Thank you so much, Ritu. Like, I'm always going to be grateful to you, and I'm glad that you're part of one of our clients' base. All right.